The acting national chairman of the People's Democratic Party, Umar Damagum, last week vowed not to be coerced into resigning his position. He spoke during the inauguration of the National Reconciliation and Disciplinary Committees chaired by Olagunshoye Oyinlola and Tom Ikimi.
Nobody is going to intimidate me to relegate my responsibility. You can say all sorts of things. I know that this is the build-up to the coming next. Damagum must go, Damagum must go. I thank God people are making me very popular lately. Anytime you open social media, television, is Damagum, Damagum. Honestly speaking, I've started contemplating it's high time I throw myself into the ring to also vie for the presidency of this country. Because I've become popular, even though negative to bring me down, but I'm not deterred. I have a responsibility to this party to keep it safe and stable. So everybody, those interested of Damagum to go, is a builder to run me down before we have that neck. But when you run Damagum down and you lose a party, because in trying to run me down, you are running down your party. And for my detractors, let me tell them, you'll see more of that later. Because I will not abdicate my responsibility. But I will.
Speaking in like manner, albeit on another platform, Minister of Federal Capital Territory and immediate past governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike, said he would remain a member of the People's Democratic Party, despite the party's internal crisis. Wike's comments came in the wake of a call by former National Commissioner for Information, Edwin Clark, for his expulsion from the party for repeatedly indulging in anti-party activities. Wike also seized the occasion to use some choice words on one-time Senate President and Chairman of PDP's Board of Trustees, Adolphus Wabaro.
I wasn't a bad person when I championed for the German to be governor. I have become a bad person simply because there are issues. And I kept quiet. There is nothing Chief Edwin Clark or other statesman have not said, but I said, I will never, I will not reply to anything. And if there's anybody who has contributed to the growth of PDP, as far as today is me. How can I listen to where Adolphus Wabaro, who has said that the president should warn me? You are aware that the president should warn me if anything happens in Rivers. That is the man who is going to lead for reconciliation. He said he's the chairman that BOT is conscience of the party. Yes, we agree with the conscience. But you, who is saying, do you have conscience? I have told you that I don't want to wait for any fight. I will stay there.
Where?
I will fight it out.
In the PDP?
Yes. Who am I going to run for? The vampires? How can you say that?
And those were very discordant sound bites from the People's Democratic Party, one of Nigeria's three biggest political parties. What can the new Reconciliation Committee do differently to achieve the spirit of oneness that would be needed for impending electoral battles? Well, for that and more, we're joined by Emmanuel Ogidi, a former PDP National Chairman, Deputy National Chairman, South-South. Good day and welcome again to Newsday.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, viewers. How are you?
Doing well. It's always great to have you on the program. And here we are discussing the same topic. Okay, so you just saw those sound bites, or you listened to those sound bites, and you know Wike is saying he will remain in the PDP and fight. The national leader of your party, Umar Damagum, says he can't be intimidated to resign. Even some former party members, Dino Melaye has said that the leadership under Damagum has become commercialized and privatized. What do you make of all this back and forth, and how that will ascertain peace within this party that desperately needs some peace to find its footing?
Well, you see, the truth of the matter is that PDP today is the only party that can rule this nation. And then you see all this reaction is because also that people are anxious. People are really anxious. I'm also anxious. But you can see that I'm still very calm. You know, human beings, we don't all have the same disposition. Yes, Wike said he would not leave the party for. Yes, he has always said he wants to be a party member. And he knows the Constitution. Thank God the two committees have been inaugurated. Some members of the party today are not even comfortable with that. But I am comfortable with it. Because we need peace. Without peace, they say there's quarrel in every family. In every home, there's quarrel. It's your ability to manage it that makes you a great man. Yes, my former colleagues said so many things. Again, everybody is anxious. We are all frustrated. You see, I took a course in psychology. And one of the things that cause this is frustration. Now, when you're frustrated, what do? You transfer the aggression. So there's a transferred aggression in all of this. But I appreciate the fact that the acting chairman, in spite of all the bombardment, is still managing the situation. He knows that he's acting. His title has not changed. And by the last NEC meeting, this NEC meeting that will take place next month, if the central zone that was subzoned to, or if the whole of the north say we cannot subzone it again to central, whatever it, they should have met before now. If you ask me, I was expecting them to come on that day with 2 or 3 candidates for us to choose from. And they have not done that. Well, if we say people have gone to court, well, I'm not interested in who is going to court, because you see, I can tell you this. When we were in charge of this party, running to court was not part of it. Our constitution used to guide us. But the way we're operating in the 2005, 2007, and I know so well, it's not the same thing as now. Human beings change. The styles have changed. The anxiety. Look at the media space today. Those things we were hiding before in the party has come to the open, but which is unfortunate. I say unfortunate because the Nigerian people are waiting for us, PDP, to take over the country. So I'll keep pleading with our members. These 2 committees have come on board. We are going to do our job. Yes, it is true, we may have checks, whatever. Some of us may have 1 or 2 dots in our character. We're not perfect, we're human beings. Yes, we need to have people with integrity. We may not all have 100% integrity, but why don't you allow us to do this job? Let us do the reconciliation. I'm open because I'm a member of the reconciliation committee. I can't foreclose anybody. If they come to us or we go to them, they want to come back, why not? We'll receive them. Our job, we need people in this party. I am not happy that I see some of them moving away. I am not happy at all. My job, in fact, our job, not only those members of the reconciliation committee, every member of the party, your job is to go out and get more people to fight this war. The war is not for only PDP, it's for Nigerians. Nigerians are looking at us, PDP, please. PDP members, please don't let us fight within ourselves. The real battle is against APC. So let's not be there, let's not be distracted. I am not distracted, I'm focused. All these things I'm seeing, they're all aside. It doesn't mean anything to me because in every family there was quarrel. So it doesn't mean anything to me. But I can tell you that I'm putting my 100% energy that I have into this reconciliation. We have to reconcile. We must reconcile to win this game.
Chief.
Did you get me?
Yes, and I wanted to chime in, Chief. This is Susan Ilian with you. Chief Ogidi, the Reconciliation Committee has a diverse membership, including yourself, of course, and the party is facing significant internal conflicts, especially, of course, after the 2023 elections. I want to know, what are the main priorities? How does this reconciliation process aim to address the issues at hand and foster unity within the party?
You see, like I said, we have just been inaugurated. What we have just done is, we're now looking through those old reconciliation reports. We need to look at it, then set up the template. I'm going to just give you the overall, the way we are going to conclude it. The conclusion is that we want everybody on board. I hope you get it. The conclusion is that we're all determined to make sure we all come back on board and win the election. The real enemy out there is APC. Not within us. It's not within us at all. So we should do whatever it takes to reconcile ourselves fast. Because the Nigerian people are going to lose patience from us. They're still giving us, look, a friend of mine called me recently. They're anxious. A lot of people are anxious. I'm also anxious. But I'm still calm. Like what the Bible says in Matthew chapter 5, verse 9. Blessed are the peacemaker, for they shall be called children of God. I'm a peacemaker. Yes, we have hurt some people. Yes, people have hurt us. I'm also hot. But I cannot say because I'm hot, I'll bring down the roof. No. We will not allow anybody bring down the roof. We are going to struggle. We are going to fight hard that we retain this roof. The more they punch the hole, the more we will seal it. And that's our job.
Are the peacemakers indeed, and the PDP is going to need a lot of patience and peacemaking. But it seems that your national chairman, first of all, what is your confidence in the national chairman, Umar Damagum, and also the attrition rate of the PDP? You did say that the APC is the biggest enemy right now, and it seems so because you have a lot of defections that are happening within the party, from Kebbi State to Abuja to Sokoto. How do you plan on retaining some of these members and keeping the other ones that have left from turning on the party?
APC is threatening our members. We know that. Recall what they used to say. If you have this problem or the other problem, just come to APC, your sins will be forgiven you. But so our members who went before, they have come back. They told us that there's nothing there. They were just deceived. APC has been deceiving people. Like I said, we don't all have the same endurance level. We don't all have. Some have what you call the fuse. They say the fuse, they have partial contact. But as a party man, you expect that. So our job as reconciliation people is to make sure we bring everybody on board. We can't do it alone. Yes, it is people are living, but they're not living as much as you think. Some are just saying, okay, I'll just sit down and wait. Let's see some progress. You can be sure of the progress. The moment we start this our job, you see people coming back. People are just wanting to come back. Yes, you can be a sinner yesterday. What makes you think a sinner yesterday cannot come back repented and start working for the party? And so what he said, I was there. He said, no matter the pressure they put it on him, he will not be distracted in doing the job. Of course. It's not an easy job. It's an acting. In fact, you know, I didn't even know. I didn't know his office until yesterday. I've not been going to the secretariat. I thought he was even staying in the chairman's office. I didn't know he's still staying in his old office. You mean you're still staying? I say, yeah, this is where he is. What I'm trying to say is, yes, I know people expect a lot from him, but they forget that he's human. And he's been dragged here and there. And these are not small people. Mind you, these are heavyweights pulling him. We know the problem with the heavyweight, and we are determined to handle the heavyweight. The chairman of my committee is very capable, very experienced. He's a former secretary of the party. He aspired one time to become national chairman before it was zoned out of his district. And he's been military governor, he's been civilian governor, he's been everything. And we're all determined to work with him. So, I don't see any problem. Even if any of us in the committee did anti-party or whatever is the problem. Huh? Why? What is wrong if you want to be a member, they will reconcile with him? You see, this game is carrot and stick. It is only those, from me, from the way I'm looking at it, it's only those who are really unrepentant that will be sent to the disciplinary committee. And even when you get to the disciplinary committee, if you say you are sorry, there's nothing they can do to you. They must say sorry and I want to come back. What do? You can't kill the person. So, to me, until the person breathes his last, as far as I'm concerned, still a PDP member.
I want to know, Bode George has asked Atiku to shelve his ambition to 2035. Is Atiku in the race?
Look, I'm a member of the Conciliation Committee. My job is to reconcile people. But even if you want to talk about that, Bode George has his own impression. Elijah Atiku, our leader, has his own. I read from the media. He said that his own is for this year discussing how the poor will be taken care of. That is not discussed in 2027. So I don't know where it is coming from. I've not asked him. I've not said, Your Excellency, are you going to run? I've not asked him. So maybe those who are discussing him, I've already asked him, maybe give them an answer. So for that, I cannot make comment on it. And what I'm doing is that I'm pleading with the elders. We should not be talking. The house will not crumble. We've seen it happen before. It didn't crumble. So I'm not worried. Because I know why. They're frustrated. And when a man is frustrated, it can become aggressive. But when they see us really determined to reconcile and build up the party, they will come back. And we're not going to laugh at anybody. No. Why? It's a family business. For all we should know, it's a family business. In Nigeria, as Nigerians, we're one family. But that does not mean to say that when you're hungry, you're not going to be bitter. We're all hungry now. So we're bitter. So there's a lot of transferred aggression. Susan, is that okay with you?
It's how I'm back here now. But I'm sure she's fine with that answer.
Okay.
But is the party going to be retaining the presidency in the north this time, or will it be zoning it to the south this time?
For the party yet. First of all, look, we take it one step at a time. Right now, that group that is saying they want the chairman now, we must address that issue. When the chairman comes, the tenure of this will not finish by next year. When tenure finishes, before then, we'll not know what to be the zoning. Rezoning or zoning, whatever you want to talk about it. Because normally everything in the north will go to the south, everything in the south will go to the north. Until then, we are focused first right now on reconciliation. Then, of course, discipline will come if the reconciliation fails. So, the two will go together, how you say it. But reconciliation is most critical for us right now. We will bring back everybody on board because we cannot do it alone. We need everybody on board. And for those who have offended, can I beg you, please forgive us. Just open your heart. We're coming to you. We need everybody on board. I'm also aggrieved, but I purged myself. But I don't expect to do what I've done. So that I've not done it, but I'll plead that you have an open heart so I can get back to you. How are you okay with that?
I feel very good about that. Well said, well spoken. And from the shape of what's going on in your party, it appears there's the Atiku faction and the Wike faction. How do you think that's going to play into the reconciliation process?
Please, there's no fraction, there's a PDP. And their interest in the PDP. What fraction? Atiku has no fraction. He's the leader of the party. The way we used to understand it, once you did the last election as a presidential candidate, you still lead. And even then, as a former vice president, has a very high ranking. Wike was the governor. Now he's a minister in another party. But you see, he will not sit, even if he wants to sit, maybe he wants to sit with the former governor and so on. So there's not about faction. We're not going to tolerate that. There's no faction. Former President Atiku Abubakar, Vice President, does not have a fraction. They cannot have a fraction. How can he? He's a leader. How can he have? He cannot encourage it. So please, he doesn't have a fraction. He cannot. So there's not a fraction. For what? So you understand it now, Susan. There's not like fraction in the party.
Some curious.
The leader of the party now is Atiku Abubakar.
Right. Well, curious minds want to know what will the consequences of anti-party activity be concerning the PDP. Will there be any sanctions for these members? I know you're talking peace and reconciliation, but we know you have to temper peace with justice and in order to balance things out and not aggrieve extra members. So will there be any type of retribution to these members who have fallen afoul of the party in the last couple of months?
Well, let me give you a hypothetical case. If I did anti-party and I came and said, look, I'm sorry I did it because I was annoyed, forgive me, I'm a PDP man, I want to do this, I want to do, what would you do? You can't drag that kind of person away. Most of you know he has resources. What I mean by resources, he's a capable party man. He's done something before. But if the person is unrepentant, of course you punish the person. That's the way I look at it. I'm not saying, but I'm not a member of that committee. That's another committee's job. But I can plead for them. See, this man has said he's sorry, he did this, he did that. Forgive me. What would you do? So, there is punishment. It is stated in the Constitution. If you do anti-party, you'll be punished, you'll be sanctioned. There's no doubt about that in the Constitution. But there's also, if the person admits and pleads for forgiveness, what should you do? You forgive, because we need everybody on board.
I understand. Thank you very much, Chief Emmanuel Ogidi, for joining us. Appreciate having you.